Battle of the honey beers.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got another comparison review today. After I did the, what was it, the Adnams bitter and the Witchwood Goliath bitter, I thought I'd do another one. And I was mooching about in the shop round the corner and I managed to find some of this stuff. This is called Perla Miodowa. And basically it's a honey beer from Poland. I've heard various reviews on this. I'm not going to let that influence me at all. I'm purely going to go on what it tastes like. I've done a couple of their beers, Perla. To be honest, they have not been great. I did the Perla Strong, which was pretty fucking rank. I did their Pilsner a while back, which was really average. And I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit better because it's got a little bit of twist on it on the honey. And up against that, I have got the Fuller's Honeydew Organic Golden Ale. Now, this I've tasted before, this I've reviewed before, but I want to compare it to that. Sorry about the label, it looks like a Friday afternoon label. Some bloke's been on the beer and put that label on and thought, fuck it, you can have it like that. But it's an organic ale, it's very nice. It would appeal to lager drinkers. I'll get onto that later though. But they're very similar in their spec. This is a 5% beer. It's made with organic honey. It's a 500ml bottle. This is a honey beer, as I say, from Poland. I'm just trying to find a percentage of it, and I don't think it's got it on there. But I think it's around the same sort of mark. Oh no, it's 6%, so it's slightly stronger. That's in keeping with their Pils, which I think is 6%, which makes me think that that is just some of that Pils with some honey thrown into it. I don't know. I'm just going to compare the two. So let's crack them open first. Let me try it with a Perla first, because I more or less know what to expect with the Fullers, the Honeydew. But let's see what's going on in the can in this one. Not a great deal coming out of the can. Let's get it into the glass and see what is going on with it. So what does it look like in the glass? Wow, lots of carbonation on that. Highly carbonated. Yeah, you can hear that. And you can see it as well. There is a fair bit of carbonation. Again, it just smells like a normal lager, to be honest. But that can be deceptive. Let's get it out of the bottle. This is the Honeydew from Fuller's in London, 5% organic golden ale, and that smells a bit more honey-like and a bit more natural, and a bit more malty as well. As I say, if you've not seen my other review on that, this, and it even says it on the bottle as well, says that it would appeal to lager drinkers. Which is about right actually, because it's very reminiscent of a lager. I don't even know whether it's bottom fermented or not, or top fermented. But there they are on the glass. They are very similar indeed. I'm going to have to keep these apart because I don't want to get them mixed up. This is slightly lighter, or is it? No, they're more or less identical. This is the Perla. I'll keep that over here. This is the Honeydew. I'll keep that over there. So, again, in the glass, not much of an aroma. There's some slight malt and what smells like a little bit of sweet honey, which you'd expect from that. I'll just get the rest of this Perla into the glass. Put them over there. Right, so that is the Honeydew. That is the Miodowa. Miodowa in Polish, or Miodowa, means honey. It's funny enough. So let's try this first. Right, this is the Perla. Christ, that is sweet. But it does remind me of honey. But the honey it reminds me of is that really sickly honey that you get. Gale's honey. You ever tried that? It's not nice. I did think that they would just bung a load of sugar in and make it sweet and call it honey. But I can actually taste the honey in there. It's very cheap honey. And it's a little bit sickly. Very, very, very sweet. This is the organic honeydew ale. Let me try this compared to it. That's not sweet. There's a bit more malt on that as well. This just tastes like a very, very, very sweet lager with honey overtones to it. This is a little bit more complex. It's got some malt going on it. The honey is a lot more subdued. That is way over the top with the honey. Really sweet. And to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of really, really sweet beers. That would get a little bit too sickly for my liking. It'd go well with a curry or real spicy meal, like a really hot curry, like a, I don't know, like a vindaloo or something. But all I'm really getting from that is sweetness, honey sort of sweetness, artificial, cheap honey and lager. And the trouble with these sweeteners that they add, like honey, the Belgians use glucose. I think dextrose has been used as well. Any type of sugar that you add, the yeast, when it's fermented, the yeast will not feed on that, and it won't turn it into alcohol. What will happen is the yeast will feed off the malt that you put in the boil, and that's where your alcohol comes from. The sweeteners that you add, so these artificial sweeteners or adjuncts as they call them. In fact, I think this might be called Groot, where they add stuff like honey and basically stuff you don't normally use in brewing, and it doesn't add any. It's only for flavour. It doesn't add any alcohol, higher alcohol content to it. But out of the two, the Fuller's Honeydew, as I would have expected, is the more drinkable out of the two. The honey is a lot more subdued, and it's organic honey, I'm assuming, because it's got organic written on it. It's just way too sweet, too sickly for me, the Perla. I would give that 4.5 out of 10. Don't recommend that. The Fuller's Honeydew I've always liked. It's a fantastic summer drink, and if you're a lager drinker, as it says on the bottle, and I will back them up on that as well, you're going to like this. It's lager with a bit of a twist to it. The honey's more subdued, but you can taste it. But there's big malt going on in that as well, and it's very nice. It's very drinkable. And in the past, I've polished off 4 or 5 of these of an evening, no bother at all. Ice cold out of the fridge, and I know you don't normally drink that ice cold, but that is just a ticket in summer. Really nice. As I say, this stuff it's just too sweet for me. Nah, I'm going to give that a 4.5 out of 10, and I'll give this. This is quite good. I do like this. I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10.
Like and subscribe. Well, the puppy gets it. Isn't that right, Purse? Yeah, get off.